Hey YouTube, KC Classic 7 here, backing up another video. Got some NCAA 14 action online. Played as the Florida Gators this game, so I did come out with the victory. But before I started the video, I want to give a quick shout out to the big man for commenting on my last video. He asked about the classroom series that I started on my other channel, CMAF716. And yeah, just to answer, the series didn't stop. I actually have another video coming out for that series very soon. It's going to discuss the flexbone offense, specifically the passing game, because someone on my friends list asked me to pretty much give them what I like to do and my tips on throwing out of the flexbone. So that will be a video for the near future. And thank you, big man, for reminding me to make that video. But on to this video now. As you've seen, I was in a 3rd down and 11 situation. If you didn't see, lost 1 yard, incompletion. 3rd down right here that I'm on. So I'll show you the play and then break it down after. So you see a big play down the field. And yeah. Ultimately, I want to talk about 2 specific players. This guy right here, as you see, he sinks back for a little bit and then he just stops. What doesn't make sense is he knows the coverage behind him. He knows that it's only this safety and this cornerback behind him. It's no reason for him to stop. Like, even on defense, on defense at all, it'd be no reason for you to stop. So for him to put those 2 players behind him in a situation like this doesn't make sense. And it's the same thing for this safety over here. He is worse because he steps up. And same thing, wide open receiver, the same safety that's responsible for the other side in the cornerback right here. So what are these 2 guys doing? What are they occupying? When we talk about zone defense, for anyone who's played football, watched it, or just been around the game, maybe coached it, zone defense has always been taught to sink until something occupies your zone. What's occupying them right now? There's nothing occupying them. So it's not a point for them to stop. And especially to stop and nothing's around them. Like, no one's to the sideline, no one's even near them. And they just stopped in dead space. The next guy I want to discuss is this safety, which he was already in a bad situation anyway, but he kind of made his situation worse. Like, even if these guys stopped right here, even if he stopped and he stopped, he has to at least pick one of these guys. Like, it kind of looked like he started to pick this inside receiver that he was gonna shade, whatever you want to call it. But then he starts to veer back to the middle. So it just doesn't make sense because he really puts his defense in a bad situation because he's trying to cover this guy, which he's definitely not going to get over there in time. And this guy, he's leaving when he could have just stayed there and at least, it could have at least been, I had to make the decision of throwing it to him. But for him to veer over to the middle, even though this is his zone, it doesn't make sense for him to do that. Ultimately giving me a wide open receiver and an easy completion down the field. And the last person I want to talk about is this cornerback right here. You have to take my word for it. The ball is thrown. I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in enough for you to see it. But the ball is thrown right there. Ball is gone. So it doesn't make sense. Even in this situation, knowing that he's in a bad situation, looking back at the ball, or looking back at something, we'll just call it the ball. Why would he continue to check this receiver when this receiver isn't getting the ball? Like, the ball is coming in is still coming in, and he doesn't leave this receiver to go after the ball. Stuff like this doesn't make sense. So you ultimately have zone defense, which is broken. And that's how you can have these guys make these guys, call an offense unstoppable, because they know how the zone defense is programmed. It's not programmed like it is in real life, to where zone defense is dynamic. And that's why, you see a lot of teams run a lot of zone defense. And that's why zone defense and zone blitzes and all this stuff works, because of how dynamic you can make a zone defense. And even though you have a player like this guy, where yes, the middle is his zone, but there's no one in the middle, so there's no point to still occupy this zone. You have these two players up here, where yes, yes, those are their zones, but no one's there. So why are you occupying dead space? Maybe this was something that was addressed this year for Madden 25 for next gen. For those who have it and are watching this video, please let me know. But zone defense and defense in general has to be addressed this year, or for the next game that EA drops. Madden 15, or Madden 16, whatever's going to be the name of the game. So yeah, that has to be addressed. Comment, rate, subscribe if you like. And it's your man KC Classic 7 signing out.